Hey, it's Carlos over at BearBootTraders.com, and here's my recap for today, Thursday, August 9th. I had two stocks traded, MU and Yelp. Let's start with MU. Actually, this was a good trade. I just executed it very poorly. So what I did here is it loses the VWAP. It starts dropping and selling off, and then it does this nice pullback to the middle of this candle, which is what I like to see, getting closer to the moving averages for a good risk to reward. As soon as it starts selling off, this is my indication to get in, for the crack of the previous candle's low, and then, to make a new low. It does just that, and then I jump in, and then here's where I made the mistake. Right when it gets down to 52, I misread the level 2 action. There was a big buyer sitting down here somewhere on the level 2, and I was expecting for that 52 level to crack, right, and then get into lower lows, and then me to take profits. The one thing I did here that didn't this uncharacteristic of me, that's the word I'm looking for, is that even though that's the case, here's where I should be taking profits here. Here's where I usually take profits, at least the first initial target, and then wait for the drop to happen. I didn't do that, so I let it squeeze me back up to my entry and to my stop loss, and then I finally jumped out. But again, it just seemed like it had that level 2 action where okay, this is definitely going to crack and probably go down to 51.80. Didn't work out that way. And then it just happened to squeeze me back up, and I was stopped out. Then here, I like that it didn't crack the VWAP. It didn't get above it, so I still liked it for a short. I went back in for a short here. It did drop a little bit again, but again, it just had this pullback. It didn't sell off as fast as I wanted to, so I took the rest out. I'm glad I did, because then we had this other pullback. I would have been stopped out again here, and then that would have just taken me out of my mental game. And on top of that, also, I probably could have missed out on Yelp if I would have stayed into this trade. So I was able to make some of my profits back here that I had some of my losses back from the first trade. And talking about losses, the one thing I did last night, I know I'm having a good week on profits and staying consistency. So what I did last night is I noticed that, and I said, you know what, I want to make sure this week I ended well. So what I did was I decreased my buying power by 40% for today and tomorrow, especially Fridays, because they could be very choppy and brutal in the summer days. And the reason for that is because I am really focused on just being consistent. I'm not worried about the P&L. I'm not worried about how much I'm making per day. I just want to be able to have that consistency. I mean, Andrew talks about this a lot. Just how difficult it can be to just make $100 every single day. So that's been one of my goals right now, to be consistent every day. So I'm doing everything possible to minimize my losses, stop them right away, and just continue on this consistency. I know the red days are coming. It's like cycling. If some of you from the chat room know that I love cycling, it's one of the things that I'm passionate about. It's not, if I'm going to fall, it's when I'm going to fall, because that's just part of the package. It's part of the sport. Same thing with trading. It's not when if I'm going to have a red day, it's when I'm going to have a red day, right? So the key is to minimize those. Then on Yelp, this is a great ABCD pattern. I mean, now in this situation, I wish I would have my full buying power, but it is what it is. So I got in here. Actually, the 1 minute chart looks better. So you got A, B, C, and D. So the minute it did this consolidation and kind of pulled back to this moving average, I got in here, took some profits as soon as it popped up to a newer high, and then took the rest here because I was concerned that this could, come back to the VWAP or even lower. So I took some out here and took some more here. Let me zoom out. Actually, let's look at the 5 minute chart, because this chart gets pretty long here. Yeah, so I took a lot of it. Most of it I took out here. I had really only about 60 shares left. I took 30 here, and as you can see, I only still have 30 shares left. This thing did a move of $3.50, maybe $4 by now. So just an amazing move. So I'm just want to see if this could crack the high of day, and I'll take the rest out there. But again, just a really clean trade. You had a lot of buying pressure coming in here, and it just kept riding on the 1 minute chart. It just kept riding this moving average. So if you can see here, it just continues to ride that moving average. Every time it goes below it, it gets bought back, and it's just it's just really strong right now. So that's my recap for today, guys. Again, feel free to do the same thing for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Reduce your buying power, protect those profits. And just focus on clean trades, good setups. Let's finish the week strong. Thanks.